Howdy, everybody. And we have a lot of update news and stuff that we're going to go over. So let's get into it with the January Developers Note. Greetings, lords around the world. This is the director, Yum, and they're asking a bunch of stuff. We're going to skip through here and talk about a lot of the stuff that they are planning. Like I've been saying before, COVID has made things a little rough around the world for gaming and everything. A lot of games has been released pretty poorly because they've been rushing things. It's been bad all around. It's been bad all around, and I've always just had a real good feeling about this company and everything. So they're giving us a little bit of a rundown, and this was things that I was asking when I was telling everybody else to ask them about, some of the things that we want. Submit in some tickets about the things that we want. And I was asking for clarity. And here is the clarity that I've been asking for. So big shout outs to you, Clover Games, for being concise and clear about your intentions with the game and with the community. So thank you. Gasamida. So Square of Freedom. Thinking this is like a new content or something like that. So we're saying here we are planning to introduce a square where you can meet about 30 other lords at a certain time and place. It's not a big place, but you'll be able to control your character around manually. So it will be a great opportunity to get to know each other and communicate with others. Something that they probably could have added in before. I think most of us kind of already know who know each other like that around the community, but it'd be cool to have something in game for people to be able to do that kind of stuff with. I'll probably mess around with it whenever it gets released just to see how it is. But we do Discord for the most part. So I mean it's a cool quality of life feature, but I don't think it's gonna be something that is huge for the game. At least not on the global scale. All right, Medal of Honor. You have to participate in various content to complete a variety of achievements so far, such as Hero Transcendence, Hero Ascension, Alliance Raids, Obelisk, and other events. We are currently making adjustments on the Lord info window, which will have you acquire a Medal of Honor for each achievement, decorate, and show them to other lords. So another little quality of life thing where it's like, yo, you got bragging rights. I did this in the game, or I wailed and I did this, and it's like, yo, look at me, I'm cool. That's that kind of sort of thing. So you got little bragging rights now that they're adding. Think it's cool. It's all right. Nothing huge. Let's move on. 28 days of journey. Now this one was interesting because I was reading this stuff before we started the video, but it was saying after the 10th hero contract rotation, a new attendance board entitled 28 Days of Journey will be introduced. This content will not include hero contracts. However, attendance rewards such as renown equipment will be buffed. There will be no penalties even if you miss the attendance, but there will be a bonus upon consecutive attendance checks. So instead of taken away like they do us with the contracts, it's like, yo, here you go. You get extra stuff long as you are logging in. So this will be interesting. This will be great for, especially for my Korean accounts, since they already like so far progressed in terms of contracts. This is going to be great for those in particular. But here's a great one that's coming up. Striker class artifact adjustment. All right. So as to make Pierce set more utilizable, we're not going to utilizable. All right, pronouncing words, English is just not happening right now. We are planning to make adjustments. The damage will be nerfed, but you will be able to get the set effect even with two sets. Thank you. Everything has been four set for the most part. I am glad they are making this two set. We need more two set type stuff for the classes. This and when Bulwark came, this really made me think that they were going to probably do something for all classes, just give them an extra set. So this is going to be great. And it says, plus we are also planning to add a new artifact for striker class. So more likely, whatever the new artifact is, it's going to be a four set. So you'll be able to have Pierce in that. So since it's being a two set, I wonder if it was stacked. So that'll be like three altogether. So will it equal up to the amount of damage that we have currently, and it's being nerfed down to another one? Because I mean, they nerfed Piers back in the KR because it was like broken at one point. I think it was like 40% rather than the current 20%. So we'll see how they adjust it. It's going to be interesting, and whatever the new striker class set, I wonder like maybe they add an extra hit or something for striker class on basic or something. That'd be kind of cool. Put down in the comment section below what you would like to see for the striker class set, or any other like set that for any class for that matter. Let's talk about that. Battle formation adjustment. Now, this is the big one. This is the one that I'm a little worried about. At the same time, I think it's going to be interesting and exciting for the game. And it says, the main purpose of battle formations was to make you utilize various formations in various battles. And I see this happening in a lot of games where they put in a concept that seems real cool, but it ends up being something broken, and then the concept is not as good as what they intended to be. So it says, however, we found that most lords were using burst formation. Yeah, because there's no reason to use any other formation because burst is king. To balance the usage of all battle formations, we are currently reviewing various angles to nerf burst formation, rip everybody using burst, a bit, and buff attack and defense formation a lot. Which attack formation more than likely should give you more damage, and defense formation should mitigate a lot of damage. Like literally, there's no reason people should be chain bursting in PvP and then wipe your team, because that's pretty much it. There's no real way to defend in PvP. Like defense formation should mitigate more damage. Like you literally cannot just do a ton of damage on things when defense formation is up. You know, probably more so for PvP, but in other content, it doesn't like mitigate as much, just to give more flavor to the thing. But attack formation, maybe more damage in content that isn't PvP. I would say that would be nice. There's probably a few different ways that you could go about doing it. What is your thoughts? Leave that down in the comment section below as well. Moving on. Costal Release. I've been talking about this ever since the game pretty much started. They showed they got the little area where you have the costumes, you can change it. It was no it had to come. At some point they had to be like, yo, we're gonna make different costumes for your heroes for you to be able to brag and do all kind of cool stuff. So it says, we are preparing stylish new hero costumes. We will be able to decorate your heroes by applying one costume and one accessory. Nice. Since we cannot develop too many costumes at the same time, of course, because you got a lot of stuff going on and they're like busy because they because of stuff that I didn't mention earlier in the video about them working on the issue with Android and everything. So a lot of this stuff is going to be a while before it comes out, and they just want our patience, which this is what we should have been giving them from the start anyway. Be patient, people. This game is going to continue to grow and get better. Trust me. We would like to ask you to understand that Avalon Knights will get their costume first. Costumes will be purchasable by using paid currency, and costumes will be released based on seasonal things such as ancient uniforms, casual. So yeah, stuff like that. They gonna keep it funky, just your typical stuff. Of course, it's gonna be paid currency. I think this is the best monetization practice right here. If y'all listening right now, Clover Games, if y'all listening, costumes is probably the best form of monetization that you can do. Don't put no buffs on them, just make them regular costumes that anyone can purchase that just make you look unique, cool. It is great. Add a little bit of resources maybe in there, a little energy in there or something like that, just to help people be able to farm a little more when they buy the costumes. That would be great too. So it could just be a little bit better all around for everybody. And I mean, it's like, I think it'll be cool. I mean, leave some comments down in the comment section below, people. Like, let's let them know that we glad that you are adding in some new stuff, and we'd like to see it more. I'd like to see it more, and probably adding in our paid heroes in the shops after they've been out of rotation for a while for 9K gems, for crystals. I mean, but I've been saying this for a long time. Please do it. All right, moving on. Extreme Story Part 1 release. We're not going to read too much into this. So, pretty much, they're just going to be adding in the actual story for all languages. This is something I've been talking about on Discord for a while, where everybody's been wondering, like, what's up with the story? What's up with the story? And it's like, this is how they released the story for hard mode. First, they did a little Korean release for it, and then they eventually gave us the actual story later. It's a lot of translation and stuff that they got to do. And I've been finding typos in a lot of their translations anyway. So it's like they're working hard, but there's only so much that they can do, especially when they're having all these issues and bugs that they have to fix as well. So patience once again. And they got the Japanese voices that's coming soon too for everybody that want to hear it in Japanese. I will be excited for this as well because people been complaining about that. They want to hear Japanese voices. But since I am a sort of slacking, but I have been learning Korean. I rather hear the Korean voices because it just trains my ear to hear it a little more and understand it a little bit better. So it's still going to be great. So this is it for this portion of our developer note. Now we have another portion that want to go over here, which is our current update that is happening tomorrow because this video should be up the 13th.
Nope.
This video should be up on the 13th, but most of you guys are going to see it on the 14th anyway. But on the 14th, we have a bunch of stuff. They finally doing the little fixes on the androids and the crashes and everything. Hopefully, it's going to be a lot better. They've been working hard and diligent for this. That was also a part of the other notice that they were talking about as well. So expect some changes and things there. Some bug fixes with the red frame. Of course, every time they add some new stuff, they break something. Expect something else in the game to break because every time they do a patch, something breaks. But the most important thing, we are finally getting a cleric banner because I've been needing a cleric banner. But no, we're getting the light Vanessa. And I know it's been a lot of people looking forward to the light Vanessa. We are getting her. This is going to be great. Let's talk about her for a little bit before we finish off the rest of all of this stuff in here, which is Dark Mikhail, Alchemy, Green Schneider, Alchemy, and of course the Vanessa alchemy. So we're gonna go ahead over here to the Rosanna account and click on Rosanna's little head right there. How you doing, baby? And we're gonna scroll down here to Light Vanessa and actually talk about the Light V for a little bit. Did we pass her? I think we passed her. Felt like we passed her. We didn't pass her. She's down here somewhere. Where are you, Vanessa? There you go. We're gonna get in here and take a look at her. I personally I passed her up on the 9 account back in the day because she didn't seem like she was a necessity, which she isn't. She's not anything that we absolutely need, especially with the recent buffs that we had as well. But she will be a fun hero to pick up and use, kind of like I like that resistance passive, kind of like the Beretta, like the red Beretta. Like she's not something that we absolutely need to have, but she's a fun hero. She provides a lot of damage and utility, and she's really cool. But with this Vanessa, we're gonna go ahead over to her skills. The first skill here says attacks a selected enemy, 50% chance to reduce the attack power for 1 turn. Heals all allies in proportionate to the damage dealt. So if she does some damage, she can get us a nice little heal off. So building a little more damage savvy could be cool, but there'll probably be a few people that do that. This is not what makes the bread and butter in her kit here. And it goes to a 60% chance at match, and then the attack break goes to 2 turns, which is great. Actually, it's not even attack break. My bad. This is a damage down. This is actually the last hero that we get with damage down. First one being Mah-Lon, second one being the Blue Basilica, and she's the third. This is the only other hero that we have that actually have the damage down. So keep that in mind. Though she's not necessary to have, this do give you an extra option to have damage down. I'm going to go to our second skill, which says grants all allies invincibility for 1 turn and increase the attack power for 2 turns. You get a lot of burst gauge from this, which is great. Plus, this is on a 5-turn cooldown that can go to a 3-turn cooldown. So you get that 1 turn invincibility plus a 2-turn attack buff for your entire party there. This is going to be the bread and butter of her kit and the reason why you're going to want to have her. Other than that, she really don't serve any other purpose. You can use her everywhere for the most part, but she's really not going to serve any more purpose other than that. Then she has her burst that heals all allies in proportionate to the user's max health, grant them a health regeneration buff that lasts for 2 turns. I mean, honestly, the blue Charlotte is better when it comes to this in particular, even though it is in proportion to her health. So you don't have to worry about building her for attack unless you want to heal on S1. So it's you still kind of get messed over in that aspect, but it can go down to a 3 spirit cost, a lot of extra recovery, and the regeneration buff can last for 3 turns at max. So it's pretty interesting. It's not a bad kit. I mean, the main purpose is the invincibility and the attack power buff. I would like to actually see if somebody have her like on a 280 speed build for PvP on their defense because she's going to S2 and you S2 and just completely like you have to just pretty much S1 the all the way through and then the turn bar boosters move and stuff. She'd be really cold on defense if people did something like that. It's funny that nobody actually does it. Maybe it doesn't really work that well, but it'd be interesting to see something like that. I mean, that's something that I would like to keep to myself, but we'll put it out there right there because I want to see it happen. Somebody gonna do it. I'm really excited for it. I hope you are excited for it. We talked about the alchemy briefly. We do got the energy minus 20% buff event stuff that's going on as well. None of that stuff really matters. We getting light Vanessa. That's going to be really cool. So we're going to cut it here because this video has been extremely long, but there's so much that's been going on, and your boy Gamer is excited. Yeah, yes, thank you once again, Clover Games, for giving us clarity and so much greatness. Thank you all for watching and all of that good stuff. I really want to see y'all leave some real comments, so we can talk about some of this stuff and let me know how you feel. I know plenty of you guys. All right, let's just end this video. Much love. God bless. Deuces.